Well, okay everyone, back to Mr. Dar weather update and forecasts. And today's video we're going to look at the radar. However, we're going to have a look at a yellow weather warning first that has been issued by the Met Office. There has been a yellow weather warning for parts from actually all parts of Scotland, bits of Northern Ireland, and bits of England as well, mainly north of England, of a yellow warning for thunderstorms. So thunderstorms are likely to hit tomorrow morning. So possible thunderstorms may be developing into early hours of Monday, giving us some rain and lightning, with the risk of thunder, of course, due to all this hot weather. Okay, so obviously, as it's a warning, this thunderstorms, as they're moving in, they could cause disruption and damage into some infrastructure through Monday. For example, there could be some hail possible, flooding, localized flooding could be possible, lightning strikes, obviously. So, just a little bit of a advice on this weather warning, even though it's not, even though it's yellow, it's still something to touch on. But again, it is. We'll have to have a look. So, what to expect? Flooding is possible, leading to difficult driving conditions and some road closures. For example, some localized puddles and rain might get onto the roads, maybe even making you slip. So, flooding flat roads. This also could affect public transport as well. So trains and buses may be delayed or cancellations due to these heavy rainfall caused by a thunderstorm. Maybe even some temporarily cut off due to flooded roads. Again, that can obviously this obviously can lower. You have to might stay indoors for that. So yeah, lightning and where the flooding and lightning occurs. Like I said, delays and cancellations to trains and buses can be possible. So, for example, lightning strikes could hit on signal, electric lines on the trains, if we're not careful, if it's lucky. Power cuts, again, if a lightning strikes a power line. I'm not really good at electrical stuff, but sometimes that can obviously affect the Wi-Fi. Homes and businesses could be flooded depending how long this will last. Probably just a few thunder showers, but again, something to touch on. Damage to buildings, floodwater. Obviously, floodwater means dirty water, so you might get some dirt in there, causing diseases. Hopefully, that will happen. Lightning strikes, possible hail, maybe locally strong winds. And these are supposed to develop into western areas of the UK. Then they're going to move to northeast through the second half of Sunday. So some thunderstorms are developing right now, possibly. So please keep an eye on the weather forecast, of course. Again, frequent lightning, heavy rain, and hail is possible, even though it's quite short. Still, heavy rain is possible with hail as well. Maybe some, maybe not that big, but still, maybe some pellets. And here are the safety information, and let's have a look. As it's yellow, it has nearly a high impact, but it is, let's see, so high impact, if it's red, it needs to be very likely and it has a high impact. However, it is a little bit unlikely. And does it have a high impact? Well, there's a low likelihood, if we read this, a low likelihood and a medium impact. So it is not possible, because obviously thunderstorms are hit and miss. If they're scattered or isolated, of course, they can hit one area and could miss another. That's how thunderstorms work. They can only do as amount of places. So some people might not even get a thunderstorm. It's just something to look at. Just don't think this as just a warning. It could happen. But yeah, low likelihood, meaning it's unlikely. Like obviously the nature of thunderstorms are unlikely, and a medium impact. So this could have a small impact onto obviously public transport, driving, and even some power cuts are possible. Obviously, etc. So that's how you kind of read the matrix tonight. Anyways, we are a little bit late into the video. Sorry about the delay, but we're going to go into the radar, see what the weather's about for now. So, looking at the radar, has been quite a dry day actually for most areas of England. Actually, might be one of the driest days we have this year. Only like a few showers in Ireland, but that's it. Nothing in the UK at all. Maybe the odd isolated shower in the Shetlands, Northern Islands, but otherwise, been a very dry day actually, with very little cloud. I'm looking outside now; it's been very clear. And then looking into Sunday night, a very clear night to come out, so very good for stargazers. However, a little bit of showers coming into the Isle of Man, so the Scotland just going into night. Maybe these are the thunderstorms coming up. We'll just have to see if the GFS is going to pick that up. In terms of temperatures, the temperatures has been a little bit higher than what we've seen recently. Like I said, expect quite high temperatures for tomorrow. We will be seeing highs of 30, 31, 32, possibly 33, and maybe a 34, depending how long them temperatures stick. It seems a little unlikely, but we have to see. Most of the hot air in London, because all the continental air, it's near the continent, and it's quite a big city, so that's why it gets all this heat. A little bit, well, not as hot, but still reaching into the mid to high 20s. We've seen 28, possibly a 29 in London. So localised 30 was possible today. So a little bit of a hotter day. And then not very cool a night for tonight. Not as cool as we've seen recently. Okay, looking at the UKV temperatures and charts. A little bit of a longer range precipitation and cloud. Again, widely clear night for most of us into Sunday. Been quite clear and quite a sunny day for quite a lot of us. Maybe the odd scattered cloud in central England, but a mainly dry night with a band of cloud moving in, and possibly some scattered showers coming into the night, possibly heavy locally. However, a band of heavy showers moves into northern Scotland, possibly thundery in some areas, as you can see some reds as that moves into the east, as that frontal rain comes out. And going into Monday again, widely dry with the odd isolated thunderstorm and cloud into the morning. Quite cool for there. Then getting into Tuesday, again a band of rain moves into England from the West Atlantic, going into Europe, with a little bit more numerous showers into the Far East. A few scattered cloud, and then into Thursday, a bit more of an unsettled picture. Scotland getting probably the worst of it. Quite a big amount of showers. A big amount of frontal rain coming into Scotland, moving into the south. Actually coming into parts of England, and then a little bit moderate to heavy rainfall in Wales and southwest England, and then moving on to the east, affecting eastern England with some more showers and sky showers coming into central and southern. In terms of temperatures, today has been a little bit hotter than we've seen recently. Quite a widespread 26 and 27, and we have seen a few 28s in some areas, and even a 29 in a few areas. So I didn't know we were going to see 29 today. So we have seen 29 in a few, only like one or two areas. We have seen the temperatures getting a little bit hotter. Again, widespread 26, 27, and 25 is possible. Was possible today, and then going to Monday, which will be the hottest day of the year, most likely. Quickly ramping up to into the 30s by morning, and then into afternoon. When we go over to around one of the hottest parts of the day, we can see temperatures up to 32, 33, possibly 34 in some areas. Exceptional heat. Please watch out in that heat. Make sure to keep hydrated, of course, as it's going to be quite a hot day coming up for tomorrow with 33, possibly 34 degree heat, but more widespread 32 and 33 heat is more possible than a 34. And then dissipating into the evening with the odd 30 still in the evening, the odd 29. Still quite a warmish night, but we're getting a little bit cooler temperatures than usual for Tuesday, so a little bit of a cooler day and a lot fresher. Maybe the odd 28 and 29 in the Far East, as you can see, as that heat escapes, as the new as the weather fronts push in. And then going into midnight, going into Wednesday, probably a much more cooler day actually. So if I get into the hottest part of the day, we can only see temperatures going up to like the low 20s. In some areas, just getting into the teens, such as northern Scotland, getting into the mid to low teens actually. Obviously where that is. But yeah, widely more cooler and fresher day coming up on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, with areas of 22, 23, possibly 24 for the maximum on Wednesday. And a lot more cooler night temperatures that will be tonight. If you don't know, it'll be quite a hot night coming up into Sunday, so a bit of an uncomfortable night coming up for most part of us. And then into Thursday, again a little bit cooler, 20 and mid to high teens is possible, mainly mid to high teens, maybe the odd 20 or 21, but very cool on Thursday, a little bit even below average. And then on to Friday, that's the morning temperatures. Now, I'm actually going to have a look at the GFS weather the chart to see if this is actually going to be possible. See how hot the GFS is going to tell us coming up into. Is this the right one? Into Monday. See how hot the temperatures are going to be. So, again, later hours of Sunday, according to the GFS, it's quite similar to the UKV. A little bit more inaccurate in Scotland, but a little bit more accurate into southeastern England, where the hot air arrives. And if we get into the hottest part of the day, the GFS is also expecting temperatures up to the low to mid 30s, or 32, 33, possibly 34 in southeast England, where that hot air stays, and mid to high 20s, possibly a locally 30 into northern England and central England, but most of that hot air stays in southeast England. According to the GFS, it's not as accurate as the UKV, but we just have to see. Again, also getting the temperatures right for Thursday, the odd 28 is possible for the Far East, but a bit more widespread on here. And if we have a look on to that Friday I was talking about, a little bit, it's according to the GFS, a 28 might be possible. Let's have a look. Is it? Well, according to the GFS, 28 might be possible on Friday, but that a little bit, it says a bit warm on Friday, with the highs at 25, but a lot cooler in northern and Scotland areas of the UK, so mid to low teens. Obviously, the GFS is a little bit more inaccurate. This is why I don't really use it that much. And then going into the weekend, mid to high 20s into Tuesday, next Tuesday, and a lot cooler conditions according to GFS on max temperature into the second half of August, which I might do another video on. So, in terms of precipitation type, see if it gets the precipitation right. Will there be thunderstorms? Let's have a look. An area of high pressure is nearby, but a little bit more an area of low pressure towards Scotland. Into, let me just get to Monday. Yeah, into Monday with possibly thundery showers in northern England. So GFS is thinking the thundery showers are a little bit more likely on here than the UKV. So, really finally then, looking at the pressure chart, we have got an area of high pressure, maybe the odd low pressure, but getting into Monday we have a little bit more of an area of low pressure, just going on to 1013 MB Pascal in units. As you can see, a little bit more high pressure with the risk of thunderstorms possible, with a little bit more of an unsettled day on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, as the pressure charts are producing a little bit of lower pressure as the low pressure is a little bit closer. However, high pressure stays into the southeast with a little more chance of showers into the north and Scotland. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video when the heat arrives.